Cathal, when that happened, and when it became clear, because you wouldn't have known it until then, that the guys had gone into Bill's dealership, what was the reaction in the boardroom like?
There was a stifled giggle from our side. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's so pressurised, everybody was afraid to smile, you know. And I don't think we were even laughing, but Bill comes back and says, what are you laughing about over there, you know? We weren't even laughing.
Here's the thing about that, Michael, maybe you'd have a view. Bill spent all of last season saying that he wanted effectively two things. Well, three, because the second one has two. He wanted Warriors and he wanted Leroy D.
Yes.
Now, he gets a bunch of guys with Leroy D who storm into his dealership and say, we'll sell to Bill, and he goes bananas.
Well, I suppose that was typical of what happened in the task overall, that they didn't think enough about who the customer was. And not alone that, but, you know, we wanted to find new Carlton customers wherever they went. That was the whole purpose of the task. And, you know, I think that would be a big own goal.
The guys tried to, once they had been told, boss says no, get out, they decided to sell to the staff. Was that a big mistake?
It seemed a bit desperate, you know, they were definitely clutching at straws at that point, and I think at that point they should have said, feck it, we'll just go. We've made a terrible mistake, let's move on and never speak of it again.
Carl, if you'd been in the car, would you have gone in?
Oh, good God, possibly. I think anything was possible. I could have done anything on that day, you know. Yeah.
Well, Carl, before we finish up, I do want you to watch a clip, and I want you to watch it because it needs a small bit of explanation, because it's you with a business term that not all of us would be familiar with.
When you're looking to sell to a corporate customer, it's a much more softly, catchy monkey approach.
Softly, catchy monkey. What does it mean?
It means basically you can't go in there banging and clanging. You're going to frighten them all away, you know. You got to be nice and gentle and soft. I left hard sales 6-7 years ago. I could do it, but I don't particularly like it.
Well, if you could do it, why didn't you do it on the day?
Well, I think I've forgotten how.
Well, while we go through the rest of Cathal's favourite business expressions, I want you to stay put, because after the break, our studio audience is going to decide if Bill got it right, and we'll be looking a little bit more at the one that got away. Well, you're welcome back to the right venue. It is our home for the next 13 weeks and a rest place for the weary, fiery, and also home to our ever-changing panel of celebrity Apprentice fans. Cathal, let's reverse roles between you and Bill. If you had all of the 15 people you were up against and you could give one of them the bullet, who would it be?
Wow, what a question. What a place to be. I'm going to narrow it down to somebody from our team as well, and it would be one of the two ladies I brought into the boardroom.
Which one?
I take on board what Geraldine is saying about Niamh and what you said about her not being able to use the phone and all that, but I think on the day Tara was unworkable with.
Why?
Really, I mean, you see parts of it in the VT, but earlier on, and before we actually went out to do the task, she was insisting she had to go on the corporate side because she wouldn't set foot in the Blanchardstown Retail Park because she was from there and she wouldn't be seen, and she thought there'd be difficulties with that. And she was just, generally speaking, divisive from the start, you know, and that's what I said at the time, and I certainly stick by that.
That's a vote for Tara. Connor, if you had free choice?
Well, for her inability to sell anything, to use it in mobile telephone, or even to get out of a car, I reckon it would have to be Niamh.
Michael?
I'd say I would follow the lead. Niamh would be the one that didn't produce anything really worthwhile.
This is out of any of the 16, including Cathal, you would go for?
Absolutely. Who sat in the car for the afternoon. You know, that's a wonderful job, isn't it?
Geraldine?
I'd get a double-barreled shotgun and blow the two of you away, yourself and Niamh.
Well, you have to pick one or the other.
No, I couldn't decide. I think the two of you deserve to be fired.
Don't listen to her, Cathal, she's mean. Given that there seems to be consensus among the male group of the panel that it was Niamh, and Geraldine is going with the flip of a coin between Niamh and Cathal, let's remind ourselves of Niamh as the one that got away.
I actually have led a sales team on, you know, very quick sales and how to do it, and just time management and how to get things in. You know, it'd be certainly right up my alley.
Could you do one phone call and then?
Well, I'm not comfortable with doing that because I'm not sure where you're going with it.
Cold calling is probably my strength. I've led a team, you know, and it was pure cold calling that we done.
It would be great if you could even just take a couple off us just to kind of get our sales up, you know what I mean, that you could certainly use going forward.
It's been a disaster so far today.
I don't think it's anything to do with our sales technique.
3 hours sitting in a car.
We had got into our stride, I suppose, at that stage.
The 4 of you sitting in the car got into your stride.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
No, I don't.
A professional doesn't sit in the car for 3 hours and have 3 other inexperienced people with her. It was dreadful. If I hear any of that again, I'll go nuts.
Well, the boardroom may not be a democracy, but the right venue is. So, guys, now it is your chance to assess Bill's judgment of whether or not he got it right or wrong. You've got cards in front of you. The green cards say you're hired. If you would have kept Cathal, I want to see that card. The red cards say that you're fired. If you agree with Bill and you would have given Cathal the bullet, that's the one that we want to see. So can we see your cards, please, folks? It's close, but I think we're going for a disagreement with Bill. Cathal, you have democracy behind you. Why is it, Conor, that our audience says Bill was wrong?
Because Cathal comes across as such a lovely chap now, whereas he came across as a little bit of an idiot on the programme.
Well, your time is up, but as a tribute to you and your time with The Apprentice, we put together a montage of your very best bits. So, folks, here's Cathal's highlights.
I work best in short, sharp bursts. I think I like to be thrown at the deep end and see if I can swim there.
Elevator glasses for
And maybe we'll begin some confusion.
We know what the rewards for winning this task are. There are no heroes in defeat.
The first 10 minutes of his performance this morning, I would have followed him through the D-Day landings. He was brilliant.
A wonderful speech.
It was a great experience. The girls are traditionally stronger in the first task. They tend to pull together better, and I was hoping that we would be able to do that. On my head be it, we're going to go with the cookbook.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Bags in the shower.
I'll be sharing the shower with you.
We don't probably shouldn't have just said that. We know where we're going.
Nothing really in a professional context would intimidate me. Certainly I'm not really fond of cameras, but...
I'm not so worried about the face, it's the trousers. Reverse.
Well, the bit that Cathal may not have heard because she said it very, very softly is probably the best compliment that he's got during this entire programme, because as that was playing, Geraldine said, his little bum. So you have a lovely bottom, apparently, Cathal. Then again, they all have lovely bottoms. But anyway, because we are a generous bunch on The Apprentice, you're fired, Cathal, and because your tenure was so cut short, we decided that we had to give you a gift to remember your time by, a souvenir. And what we did was we went out very softly.
We catch a monkey?
And we catch you a monkey. Your very own caught monkey. Straight onto the lap. Cathal, wish you the very best. Oh, I'm touching your monkey. Wishing you the very best. And my thanks to Geraldine O'Callaghan, to Conor Pope, and to Michael Carney from the Carlton Hotel Group for being our inaugural panel of guests. And next week looks a bit like this.
This is a huge assignment. It's complicated.
It's losing the bleeding head. It's something we're not even using.
There's no creativity in it.
Don't be showboating there with me, man.
Whoa, wait now.
I didn't shut any idea.
I definitely.
I'm speaking.
I could listen to this all night and I'm not going to. You are fired.
Well, if you want more of the same next week, you can get The Apprentice at 9 p.m. on TV3 and then stay with us at 10:15 on TV3 for the latest fiery and some analysis from our celebrity panel. But until then, bye-bye.